What up, you guys? It's your girl Nike and Co, and I'm back after so long. I'm back today with another video. This video today, boy, is juicy. It is juicy. As you can tell by the title, I'm telling y'all about my experience with Chrisean Rock's hairdresser. I got my hair braided, y'all, and I used Chrisean Rock's celebrity hairdresser. So watch this video to see what my experience was. This video is gonna be kind of long, but I promise, if you watch it from beginning to the end, you will understand why it is so lengthy. It's gonna be filled with so much information. People need to know this information. So trust me, you're gonna wanna watch the whole video. But before we get into it, go ahead and do your thing. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, like these videos, share these videos, turn on your notification bell so that you'll know when I'm back. I'm going to be back dropping so many videos, story times. Girl, life has happened, so I have so much to say. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Nike and Co, but I go by Kia. I make a little bit of everything when it comes to my content and my videos, but what I promise you will get is a whole lot of personality and a whole lot of laughs. So welcome to my channel. So without further ado, let's just get right into it, y'all. I can't wait to tell y'all the I've been through. And before y'all drag me in the comments, this is not freshly done. I got it done actually 7 days ago. So this is 1 week old hair, and it's pretty raggedy. So I'll get into that. But this is what it looked like when it was freshly done. These are 8 stitch braids is what is the proper term for them. But she renamed them rock braids. So these are 8 stitch braids, and this is what they look like. Super fire, super bomb, super neat. I've gotten so many compliments, like every single day, all day. So many compliments on this hairstyle. Like, the hairstyle is fire. This was my very first time using her. I've gotten my hair done by a celebrity hairstylist before, so I know that I know what the process is like and what it should look like. But this was my very first time utilizing her, and I call her a celebrity hairstylist just because, like, she's done Trey Songz's hair before, she's done Game's hair before, she's done Sia's hair before, Chrisean Rock. So I mean, the list goes on, but she's not like well known. She's well known now, present day, because Rock has been advertising her and she's been getting booked and busy, hence how I found her. So, starting from the very beginning, the way that I found her was on Instagram, and I am super supportive, especially of Black businesses and Black hairstylists. Like, I'm always doing something different with my hair. I like to try different things. And I saw Rock's hair and I thought it was fire. So found her on Chrisean Rock's page. This is what her Instagram looks like. She has plenty pictures of her work. And I was extremely impressed, like extremely impressed. And she wasn't too steep in her prices either when I was ready to book. So I was like, oh yeah, I can fuck with her. So for the longest, I had been trying to communicate with her. I was following her, but at that time she wasn't following me, so she wasn't seeing my DMs because they were being hidden. If you know Instagram, if you don't follow each other, they go to a hidden inbox, and not a lot of people know about the hidden messages, so she wasn't reading my messages. So initially when I tried to book her, it was maybe in November, and I sent her a couple messages. They went unread. She never seen them. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'm over it. So fast forward to the new year, January. I'm like, damn, I really want to get my hair braided again. So I go back to her page. And when I go back to her page this time, she has a link to her booking site. So I'm like, boom, we lit. I ain't even got to communicate with her. All I could do is book her directly through the site. So I was extremely excited that she had a link on her page, because I was like, damn, I don't got her number. She not answering my messages because she don't see them, but I can book directly. Boom. So as you can see here, this is what her booking site looks like. Super professional, super thorough. She has all of her rules and regulations on there. So I did exactly what it said to do. So and I'm looking over here because I wrote everything down because I wanted to be as accurate as possible. So if I look off to the screen for a sec, that's what I'm doing. I'm reading my notes. So on January the 4th, 2023, I scheduled my appointment for her. And on her website, it clearly says, do not make appointments the same day as an event or a birthday party, or just the same day as an event. Don't book her, because she knows her schedule is so up and down. Okay, cool. So January the 4th, I scheduled for 2 weeks later. So my appointment I made was for January the 10th at 2:20 p.m. Soon as I booked it, I sent my $50 deposit as it says in her website. Boom. No problem. According to her website and according to what she posts, soon as you are done booking and sending your deposit, she will confirm that she got your appointment within the day. All right, cool. No problem. So didn't hear from her that whole day. No biggie. My appointment isn't until the 10th. I wasn't sweating it. The next day, January the 5th comes around. I'm on Instagram and I see that she said that she had confirmed all of her appointments and yada, 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 yada. So because she said that, I was like, oh, she never hit me. She never confirmed my appointment. Let me just hit her up and ask her, what's what. So instead of messaging her this time, I went to a recent picture, her very recent picture, which is this one. I went to this picture and I commented under it, because people are more likely to see your comments as opposed to your messages if you are not following each other. I don't know why I didn't think about that initially when I tried to book her back in November, but that's neither here nor there. So I commented this under that picture on the 5th. She didn't respond under the comment, but she did start following me and she sent me a DM. And this is the DM that she sent me. As you can see, she's saying, hey, how are you? What name did you book yourself under? So I told her, this is, as you can see the date, January the 5th at 10:30 in the morning. So 24 hours, literally 24 hours after I booked. She asked me, the name that I booked it under. I let her know, and I sent her a screenshot, unread. She didn't say nothing back, unread. So the next day comes in the afternoon, 1:28 in the afternoon. I message her back and say, so did you find it? And mind you, I don't have a phone number on her. So this is the only means of communication I have with her for now, is Instagram. And about an hour later, she wrote me back, and as you can see, she said, hey, yes, I found it. Can you text the number that's on the app and message me so we can go over a few details? No problem. As you can see, okay, doing it now. I go out of this message and I go to the app to look for this number that she said she asked me to text her on. There's no phone number. There's not even an email address. There's nothing there. So I'm not sure what she was referencing. And I was like, oh, maybe I know sometimes people have their phone numbers advertised on their Instagram. So I go back to her Instagram. Nope, no numbers there. Okay, no problem. I messaged her, sent her another DM. As you see, you can see an audio call. I actually did that on accident. I really hate when people try to FaceTime me or call me on Instagram and I don't know you. Like, that's just weird. So the audio call that you see right there, that was by mistake. So ignore that. But as you can see, I said, sorry, there's no number, but here's my number. Gave her my number. Went unread. Didn't hear back from her. The next day rolls around, okay? So we're January 7th, almost 8 o'clock at night, and I never heard back from her. But again, I'm not sweating because it's the 7th. My appointment isn't until the 10th, and I know I sent my deposit, so I'm locked in. I'm not tripping. My appointment isn't until the 10th. Not worried about it. The next day rolls around, January 7th. It's 8 o'clock now that night, and I'm going through my emails. And I have an email that says, Nikea, your appointment has been rescheduled. So immediately I'm like, what? Like, what? I didn't reschedule my appointment. So I open up the email, and this is what it says right here. Appointment rescheduled. Nikea Taylor now has a Tuesday, January 10th, same day, appointment, but 2 hours later, so at 4:20. So Lyric changed it. By the way, her name is Lyric. Sorry, forgot to mention that, but her Instagram says West Coast, so her name is Lyric. But as you can see on the email, it says Lyric changed my appointment from 2:20 to 4:20. She never consulted with me. She never texted me, even though I gave her my number. She didn't read the message, so how could she? But she asked me to text some number. So she just, on her own, chose a time to reschedule my appointment to, and assumed that was going to work. So now it's 8 o'clock at night on the 7th. So I go into Instagram, and the last thing I said to her, as you can see here on this message, was, "Hi, I never got a text, but did you reschedule my appointment?" Question mark. Do you think she responded? No. Never got a response from her. Not one. Not a response, not a text, not a phone call. She just rescheduled my appointment from 2:20 to 4:20 without checking with me if it was okay. I was like, all right, whatever. It's 2 hours. I scheduled it earlier on a day that I know I didn't have my kids, so no big deal. You know, it is what it is. So the day of my appointment comes. Mind you, from the 7th through the 10th, which is the day of my appointment, I never heard anything else from her. Anything else from her. She never answered my question. She never texted my number. She never, nothing. Just complete radio silence. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I took the day off of work because I had to wash my hair. Clearly in her website, she's very, I'll give her that. She's very thorough when it comes to what she wants in her clients and what she expects. So I knew that my hair had to be squeaky clean. So I took the day off of work. Even though my appointment was later on in the evening, I still wanted to give myself, you know, the full day to do my wash day. I have 4C hair, so I wanted to give myself the full day to do my wash, my deep condition, my, you know, wash day. If you got 4C hair, you know exactly, or if you have kinky hair, period, you know it's an all-day process. So I took the 10th off of work, ready for my appointment at 4:20. Okay? So I wash my hair, take out my protective style, wash my hair, deep condition it, do everything that I needed to do. At 11:49, I sent her my address on Instagram. As you can see here, sent her my address on Instagram. Blurred out my address clearly. But I told her, you know, where to park, That was at 11:49 a.m. About 4 hours before my appointment. Sent her my address. Cool. So, noon, lunchtime rolls around. I'm like, all right, I'm done with my hair. And I'm just waiting on her. Cool. I don't have my notifications set up on Instagram. So, anytime I get a comment, a DM, a notification, I won't see it until I actually go into Instagram. So I don't spend a lot of time on Instagram. So whenever I go into the app is when I'll see my notifications, right? So 3 o'clock rolls around. It's about like 3 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, let me go in and see, you know, make sure she got my address and things like that. And that's when I see this message. She had texted me at 1 something this message. Hey, love, I had a last minute call to come to LA to do Chrisean's hair for a music video. And I had another client this morning that I had to push back as well. So is it any way we can do a late appointment? If not today, then tomorrow as well. I'm free and I can discount your service for switching times. So I'm like, okay, try to be as understanding as can be. Again, I don't have my kids at all this day and I don't have work. So no biggie. I didn't have nothing planned for today. I'm not going to trip, but I got to get my hair done today. Like, that is what I'm thinking. So of course, as you can see, I said, okay, later today is fine. Around what time? Do you think she responded to me? Nope. That was at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. So I'm just literally sitting at home waiting to hear from her so I can know about a ballpark of time that she's going to come. Because regardless of how late it is, I need my hair done today because I have work tomorrow, right? So she doesn't respond. 6 o'clock comes around and I'm like, okay, the sun has gone down. I'm literally just sitting in my house, not doing anything but waiting by a phone for a phone call or a text. Radio silence. So at 6, I sent her this. Question mark. Hello? Remember me? Sent her this question mark. Hello, hello, hello. That was at 6 o'clock. I sent her that. Just, I need to know a time. So she didn't respond. So now I'm annoyed. Like, I'm annoyed. I am annoyed. So 15 minutes to 7 o'clock, I got this text from a number that I did not have saved in my phone. Good evening. My name is so-and-so. I'm her assistant. The reason I'm writing you is because unfortunately, when I saw the unfortunately, I said, gosh, dang, man. I already knew bad news was coming. I already knew. Unfortunately, we are running behind a lot due to her still being in the middle of a client, and she won't be done until super late. So now it's super late. And we were wondering if you could possibly reschedule you until tomorrow. It would be greatly appreciated. Please let me know if the date and time works for you. If not, we can find another day that suits you. And again, thank you for booking with West Coast Braids. We hope to see you soon.
I mean, at this point, my back is up against the wall. Like, what choice do I have?
I took off work. I didn't wash my hair. I have no product in my hair. And I have to go to work tomorrow. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? So I'm annoyed. I'm super annoyed, but I'm trying to be as understanding as possible. But this is super unprofessional. Extremely unprofessional. Mind blown. Insert emoji, mind blown, right here. So clearly you can tell in my response, I'm annoyed. Like, I guess that's fine. What other option do I have, right? I guess that's fine. Can she make it at 1 or 1:30? Because now we moving into the 11th, which is Thursday. And I got to get my babies by a certain time. So I'm not free all day Thursday. So she confirms, as you can tell as you see in the text message, she confirms. Yeah, she can be there by 1:30. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Blah, blah, blah. I liked it. Didn't say nothing back. Cool. So now I'm left to figure out either I'm going to take off work again, 2 days. I'm missing 2 days of pay now. Or I can put product in my hair, go to work because my hair needs to be tamed. I can't go to work. I'm not going to go to work with just a dry afro. That's what I'm not doing. And it was raining. So I can either not go to work, miss another day of work, or put product in my hair for a couple hours and then come home and wash it all again. I'm not missing no more bread. That's what I'm not. Not when I'm dishing out for you to do my hair. I can't miss 2 days of work. So I go into work, but I go half a day. And yes, I put product in my hair. Had to put the gel, had to put the leave-in. Had to go to work to look presentable, even though I was going to be there for just a few hours, from 8 to 12. So, my appointment, remember, as the text clearly said, it said she will be there at 1:30. So that means, all right, if I take off at 12, I'm going to wash my hair, blow dry it, and that's it. I don't have to deep condition. I don't have to do the whole long day process because it's clean. So now all I got to do is wash and blow dry because my hair needs to be clean. And the text said she'll be there at 1:30, right? At 12:07, I got this text message. Hey, this is Lyric. Oh, finally, I get her phone number. Finally, she texts me herself and from her number. So now I'm not going to lock her in and have direct communication to her. Hey, this is Lyric. I know my assistant reached out and asked for 1:30, but can we please do 2:30? I'm still with a client and I'm not done yet. I had to reschedule 2 of you ladies yesterday to today. My apologies. All right. I'm super annoyed. Anytime I respond all right or say all right, I am annoyed because I will never respond with a all right. I'll hit you with a K or okay, but if I say all right, oh, I'm heated. So boom, new time. She can be here at 2:30. It's an hour, whatever. I'm not going to trip. But I'm not going to lie. At this point, I'm biting my nails. Like, damn, am I going to get my hair done? Or is she going to reschedule me again? Or is something going to come up? Or, I'm just like nervous. I have no confidence at this point in my hairdresser. Okay. So 2:30, she texts me and asks me for my address. Even though I sent it to her on Instagram. No problem. But she said she's on her way at 2:30. All right, cool. Gave her my address. 15 minutes after that, I hit her and I asked her, what's your ETA? She didn't get here until 3 o'clock. So we went from my appointment being on January the 10th at 2:20 to her rescheduling it without consulting with me to 4:20 to them moving it back till late to them moving it to the very next day at 1:30 to pushing it to being here at 2:30 to her arriving at 3 o'clock. Whatever. I'm not tripping. At this point, I'm just glad she's here. I'm glad she's here. She arrived. She's super chill, super nice, got all her stuff, everything she needs. Super, super cool. When I met her in person, the conversation we had, the things we talked about, the vibe, I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna make a video, about my experience with her, even though I feel like people should know. But because she's so nice, I'm not even gonna, let people know my experience. But as you will soon see what came next, you will clearly understand why I'm making this video. And the worst is yet to come. The worst is yet to come. So, Shorty's doing my hair. She's quick, fast, super neat. She's super fucking talented. I mean, look at this. It is divine. Like, do you see how neat those braids are? It's literally like art. It's art on my head. Like, beautiful work. Beautiful fucking work. And she was quick too. We was done in about 2.5 hours. 2 hours. I'm gonna give her 2 hours. 2 hours. And she don't braid super tight. I mean, the braids were tight neatly, but it was like she didn't kill my head and my scalp. Like it didn't hurt at all. At all. So her work itself is fucking divine. 5 fucking stars for her work. Like she is fucking sick. Sick. And in that moment, I was like, ooh, I'm going to use her time and time again. I'm just going to be understanding that she said that Chrisean comes first. So whenever Chrisean calls, she's going to drop her other clients. In my head, what? That makes absolutely no sense. So you're telling me that if you have clients scheduled and Chrisean calls you to do her hair, she didn't do what you said on your website, right? She didn't book ahead. She didn't send a deposit. She didn't do any of that. And you're going to drop your clients to go run into her? I'm like, no, insert mind blown emoji here. What? Who the does that? And because I've had my hair done by a celebrity hairstylist before, I know that is not how it works. And that is not how it operates. That is not how the game go. Shorty was just super unprofessional for feeling like that. But I mean, in the same breath, I was like, okay, I understand. She's like brand new. She got all this clout right now. She don't know how to handle it. And she feel like when Shorty call, she got to come and running. I probably would have felt the same way. Like, that is my A-list client. I'm sorry, y'all, but when she called, I gotta go. Young, naive me definitely would have felt like that. But in the same breath, you got to remember, you have a clientele already. Like, your day ones. The ones, and I'm not even speaking on me, but like just your day ones that was fucking with you before Rock even came into the picture. And you meaning to tell me you're going to just low blow them and... Like, what? Super unprofessional. Does not work that way, and it shouldn't work that way. You're going to lose way more clients than gain if you operate like this and like that every time. But whatever. Shorty was cool, whatever. So, now it's time for me to pay the rest of my balance, which is totally fine. As you can see here, on my appointment confirmation, my total was $220, and that included the travel fee. So because I'm in LA, there was a travel fee of $50. Cool. She driving from Victorville. I'll fill your tank. I'll gladly fill your tank up every time I need you to braid my hair. No problem. Chunk that up to the deposit that I sent. Boom. So when I booked, they were $170. It says $175, but when I booked, it said $170. And if you do the math, $170 plus $50, it gives you $220. So you can tell that I'm literally not fibbing or making this shit up. This is a confirmation. It says total $220. $50 travel fee. The balance should have been $170 when it was time to pay. Minus whatever she was going to deduct for her canceling and rescheduling my appointment. Per her own words, she will discount my service. So it should have been even less than $170, right? So, boom, it's time to pay. I am literally rushing because I have to go get my kids from school. It is like 6 in the evening. I'm late. So I'm literally moving real quick and was just kind of all over the place. So when it came time to pay, I said, okay, what is my, how much do I owe you? The reason I asked her how much I owe her is because, remember, she was supposed to discount my service. Had that conversation never came up and she never told me she was going to discount my service, I would have just sent her $170 off the rip. But I asked her, how much do I owe you? So she stood there and she kind of did the math in her head and was like, you paid your deposit, right? I was like, yeah. She was like, okay. She was like, you can give me $220. And I was like, okay. So I do remember seeing $220 in the email. I knew it was familiar. So then I was like, okay, no problem. And I was like, oh, but you remember you said you were going to discount my service for the, inconvenience of canceling my appointment. She was like, oh, yeah. So I can take off 20. That's cool. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. So just send you 200. She was like, yeah. Those who have been paying attention, do y'all see what's wrong with that problem? I sent her $50 initially. That was supposed to go towards my balance, right? Meaning, if she discounted 20 bucks, I should have paid her $150. Right? Y'all with me? We here? $150, right? I did not realize that until 5 minutes after she was gone. 5 minutes after she was gone is when I realized, fuck, I overpaid her. I overpaid her by 30 bucks. She overcharged me by 30 bucks. No problem. People make mistakes, right? So I'm not hot. I'm not tight. What I do? Of course, I text her. This is what I said to her. Sent her my screenshot of my appointment confirmation. As you can see, it clearly says 2:20. Said, hey, Lyric, I just checked my appointment confirmation. And when I booked, it was $170 for the 8-stitch braids. With the travel fee, the total should have been $220 instead of $250. Do you think Miss Lyric responded to me? Absolutely not. She didn't respond at all. Crickets. Nada. I'm like, all right, maybe she's tired. I know she's driving. She had a long drive home. Oh, and by the way, she had one more head after me. That lady canceled because she got tired of her canceling and rescheduling. Lyric kept telling her 2 more hours, 2 more hours, 2 more hours, 2 more hours. And the lady was like, you know what? Run me my deposit back. Like, I'm not going to do this with you. So that told me that this is like a everyday thing for her. That's just a side note. So anyway, shorty don't respond. So what do? Of course, I text her the next day. Soon as I got up, 7:49 a.m. Hello? Question mark, question mark. You just not gonna respond? I mean, if you disagree with me, then say that. Then say that. Don't just ignore me. That is super disrespectful. Super unprofessional. And that's how you get these type of fucking videos. These right here. Because that is telling me you don't give a fuck about your client's loyalty. You don't give a fuck about screwing your clients over. And you're okay with overcharging someone and not talking about it or not explaining shit. You just go radio silent. Okay, bet. What do? I go to Cash App and I request a refund. It was supposed to be just for the 30 bucks, but I guess Cash App requested the whole 200. Oh, that got her attention. And what happened? I got a text back. I got a text back from shorty. And this is what she said. Hey, good morning. I got a request on Cash App for $200. Oh, you see me? You're not going to acknowledge none of this shit that I said at the top of that message? Hello? So, of course, I respond back and say, good morning. It was only supposed to be for the $30 that I overpaid, not for the whole 200. I'm not fucked up like that. Like, she came here, she took her time, she did her work. Pay that girl her money. Like, I'm not going to request the whole fucking amount. But you are going to pay me back what you owe me. Or at least give me a credit. Or something. Talk about it. You're not just going to go radio silent and ignore me. Like, who does that? As a professional? Come on, bro. Come on, sis. Knock it off. Do you think she responded to that message? No. She didn't say shit. She didn't say nothing. She was gone. Sayonara. Peace out. I got my bread and I'm out. Who gives a fuck if I overcharged her? Oh, well. So now I'm angry. I'm angry because I feel like she played me. It ain't even about the money. Like, I'm in my bag. That shit is a dime a dozen to me. $200. That's fucking pocket change. You hear me? But it's the principle. It's the fucking principle. You do not operate like that as a fucking hairstylist. You do not treat your clients like that in a business. You are practicing bad business, shorty. Bad business. And I need you to get your shit together. So what do? Report the shit to my bank because I'm going to get my shit back somehow, some way. These goods were not received. Report that shit to my bank. Got my money back. Somehow, some way. Got my money back. Like, you don't do that. You don't do that. Like, when it comes to money, that's how you moving? Yeah, I will never fucking book you again. And I'm going to tell the whole world about what my experience was like booking with West Coast Braids. Super fucking talented. That's the sad part. She could fucking rack up a bag, a sick bag. Like, do y'all see that? Did y'all see those braids? Did y'all see them a week ago? Wow. Which brings me to my next point. Look at this shit. Do you see how old this shit look? 7-day-old braids. I mean, pay no attention to the dandruff, but outside of that, you can't even really see the stitches. So you telling me I paid $250 for a 7-day hairstyle? And I tie my hair up every single day. Anytime I'm in the shower. Anytime I'm doing shit that I'm not supposed to be doing. I tie it up. I tie my shit up. All day, every day. The only time I don't tie it up is when I'm outside at work or I'm outside. But I paid $250 for my hair to look like this in 7 days. Nah, bruh. It ain't worth it. So, overall, my experience with Chrisean's hairstylist was a fucking fail. Fucking fail. Her work is a phenomenal. Can't nobody take that away from her. But the way that she do business, I don't fuck with it. And for that reason, I haven't told nobody who did my hair until this very moment. Because I don't want nobody that I know to experience the shit that I went through. For that reason, anybody who asks who did my hair, I said some girl I found on Instagram. Wouldn't give the number, wouldn't give the IG, none of that. Bad business, mama. Bad business. So, overall, that was my experience with me getting my hair braided by Chrisean Rock's hairstylist. And if y'all watch this whole video, y'all are the real MVP because I know that it was long, but I had some shit to say. And I feel like everybody needs to know what my experience was because from my experience, I wasn't the only one who experienced it. And it wasn't worth it to me, to be honest. I will definitely get my hair like this again, but I'm not paying nowhere near the amount that I paid her. And I'm never, ever, 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 ever using her again. And I don't recommend anybody else use her either. Rescheduling my appointment, doing all of that, that's fine. But when it comes to money and you acting funny, that's a bar. I should be a rapper. But no, seriously, when it comes to money and you moving like that, can't trust you. All in all, that was my experience with using Chrisean Rock's hairdresser. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Send it to somebody and tell them to send it to somebody because I think everybody needs to know what it's like because they see her work and they automatically assume she's professional. She is blah, 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 blah. I don't know what people assume, but that's not what you got. So I'm not recommending nobody to her. And because she moved like that with the funds, I want everybody to know not to book her for that very reason. So, like this video, give it a thumbs up. Tell me in the comments what you thought about the video. If y'all have had your hair braided by her before, let me know what your experience was. But trust me, do not book this girl. It was like the worst fucking experience. And I'm a hair girl. I get my hair done all the time, regularly. So I see and meet a lot of people. And this was by far one of the worst fucking experiences I've ever had. So there it is. Love you guys. Peace.